Okay, today I had the need to, I don't know why I had the need, but to explain some things. You know, I was talking about the regulators, but what I've learned is a power regulator, first of all, you can't, let's see, how do I say this? I've been having trouble finding the rollers. So I was thinking about getting a regulator from a non-power window and just cutting off the arm, and then I'd have all three rollers with that piece and just weld it on. Well, when I took the power regulator down to the shop, there's a local Camaro shop, it almost lined up, but it didn't, so I couldn't do that. So that's why yesterday I took out the rivets. I took out the rivets to get the rollers, and I think I found the right rollers, but until they get here, I don't know. And again, I'm not an expert on this car. I like to take things apart and figure out what's wrong and try to find the pieces. That's what these are all about. I don't care about views. I just hope that maybe you could help somebody if somebody else is working on a car like this. That's all I'm doing. I'm not an expert. I was in construction. The difference between I've been thinking about this. When I was in construction, I built hotels and houses and bridges. The difference is somebody else paid for all the parts. I had all the people I needed. If I had carpenters and laborers and plumbers, but this is different. It's my money, and I don't want to waste it on just buying new parts. And besides that, I really can't afford it. And I think I actually like restoring this stuff, even though it's a real pain in the ass most of the time. So if you're watching the video for the first time, my videos aren't very good. I don't talk very good. I don't look very good. I'm just a regular guy. But I've taken this car so far. I've taken this whole thing apart, the whole suspension, the engine, the transmission, the floors, the trunk. I rebuilt it as cheap as I can. I try to find used parts. And last resort, I'll buy new parts because I can't find the used parts. The other problem is not ever having seen this car together. It was a basket case. I think it probably went through 4 or 5 hands. People just kept taking off parts they needed and they sold it and took off more parts. That's the biggest challenge. What part goes where? A couple of videos ago, I was looking through the books, and the books aren't really that helpful unless you know exactly what you're looking for. I'll show you another piece. This is my new problem. This is the piece that goes on top of the door. This is the outside of when you're outside the door. It's got this little chrome piece on it. Well, it turns out they have ones with big chrome pieces, small chrome pieces. They have ones that aren't full length. So what is right? But so I came down here today and I was looking. I think one of the identifying marks is at the ends, they got this little hook on here on both ends. So that's what I'm going to look for. And this is a small bead. Again, this is the, let's see. Well, it goes inside the door. So anyway, this is the wiper. When the window goes down, there should be a piece of rubber on here, or felt. There's a little remnant of it left. So that's all my videos. I keep jumping around because I run into new problems, new solutions, and all of a sudden something comes to my mind how to solve a past issue. So right now, I think this piece has to go on. This is one of the first pieces that needs to go on, so I'm trying to find this. And as I go, I find new pieces that I didn't know that I needed. That now I need, so then I switch directions again. But I think right now, I made like 6 videos on doors because I've never done it before. So I'm going to get these doors done, and then I'm going to move on to something else. Well, this is what I'm going to try to. And also, as an old man, I'm 65 now, going on 66. I don't really like going on trips, vacations. I used to go on vacations, camping, but I don't care about Hawaii or Europe. I got my little resort here, this 5 acres. This is what I like to do. This is what I like to spend my money on. And part of the fun is trying to figure out how to save money. Because every time you save money, you're making money, in my opinion. And again, all my bills are paid. The house is paid. My cars are paid. We're living decent, you know. So I can't just. Sure, I could go out and buy, if I could figure out which part to buy, and finish this car. Like, I need a radiator. I got one sitting over there that I took out of the car, a blue car that used to be sitting over here. So I'm thinking, do I buy a new radiator, or do I take it in the radiator shop? I don't know the answer to all this stuff. Maybe I take it to a radiator shop and they say it's only $100 to fix. So I'll probably go that direction. If it's not, then I'll probably have to find another radiator. Where do you find another radiator? Which radiator is the right radiator? Those are the kind of issues I'm running into. So again, I know I watched my last couple of videos. If you've got power windows, you have to have a power window regulator, unless you're going to eliminate the power windows. And if you don't have power windows, you could put a power window regulator in, and then you could have power windows. And also the power locks. I was showing how I was checking the solenoid. I found somebody that is selling, again, at Last Resort, I found somebody that, they don't sell, again, here I go, they don't sell, that I can find, like any car, AutoZone or any places like that, or Custom Classics. They don't sell these motors, but there are people out there that somehow they find them and they rebuild them. So I found two with the metal strike, the locking rod that goes up to the latch. I found that. That's coming. Again, Last Resort. And those are that's $300. I don't want to spend it. If I could fix the damn thing, I would. And I only got one anyway, so I was kind of stuck. So that's what I'm doing. If you're interested in this car, or I think any second generation, I'm just sharing all my troubles and my successes, and the fun of it. It's actually kind of fun. I mean, I stopped for 6 months through the winter time because my back was hurting and I got this weird cold, but now I'm feeling pretty good. And I was scared to take the doors apart, but you know what? Once I took it apart, it's like anything. There's this hump. I don't want to do it. I might fail. Well, so what? Chances are you won't fail, and you'll figure out some way to get it back together. But that's where I say take a lot of pictures of everything, even if it sounds stupid. Just take pictures of everything. Because when I was a kid, you had to buy film, and that's the digital age. This doesn't cost anything. You just take pictures, and if you need them, you go search through your pile of pictures, and hopefully you find a picture of, oh yeah, that's how I took it apart. Because like I said, I started this, I think, 3 years ago. The door closing. The wind closed it. I'm in this big shop. And so you forget what you take apart. Or you get boxes of parts from somebody else, and it's like, and in that mixture, there's parts from 5 different cars. I mean, cars come with extras. They come with different trim, different steering wheels, different dashboards. Anyway, I'm just telling it like it is. So that's where I am right now. I gotta find this piece. Now I have it. Now that I have it in my hand, when I was up at the house, I was going, what do I have? Which one do I have? But I think I know now. And then there's the mirror. I haven't talked about the mirror. Well, so the mirrors, these have with these remote control mirrors this car came with them. I'm pretty sure. And I'm trying to put it back the way it was, as close as I can without spending a fortune. Oh, and the other subject, again, I keep changing subject. The reason this 50th anniversary had this this small bead and not the big chrome, when I look at it, maybe I'll show, is because they have a gold stripe right along the top of the door. I mean, there's gold stripes everywhere. So if you had a big metal bead, you wouldn't be able to put that stripe. So that's why they went with a smaller bead. So I'll see if I can. As I discover things, I just share them. Oh yeah, one more thing. This came off a door I bought from somebody that had this wrecked Trans Am, or wrecked Firebird or a Spring. And I was talking about these window. This is where the window slides up and down. And then I started thinking, what holds this piece on? Because I never had them on my car. I think what happens is this edge right here. You drop this door on, and it grabs that. So there's 3 of them on the top. Anyway, that's my newest discovery. It just came to me. What were why do they make these things look like this? So I think that's the answer. Also, another thing you notice there's a chrome piece on top of this. Well, when I was looking, they were saying that they were selling inner and outer chrome pieces, and I was thinking, what the heck does that mean? And looking at this, this seems to be part of this, but maybe it's not. I mean, maybe it comes off. Maybe I should pull it off. But again, this has got the wipe on the inside of the door, with the chrome piece that matches what I have right there. So that's the same. But how this connects, I don't see any screw holes. I think this is glued on there. Again, I'm not going to use this, so let's see if I can. I don't know. Do I need to buy one of these? Again, that's the problem. Do I need to buy this inner piece? I'm going to have to buy these. Hopefully they come with the door. So, again, things keep coming up all the time. And then I have one of these. This is where the door handle goes through. I only have one. Off all the doors I've had like 6 doors. This is the only one that has this piece. So is that the right piece for this car? I don't know. But you know what? I think I'll paint it. When I do figure it out, I think I'll paint it gold. Maybe they were gold. So yesterday I put these stuff on the tumbler, and I made these had trouble. They floated to the top, so I think I need to sandblast these. But if you do make one, here's a nylon washer. You clean that. It doesn't wear those down. Here's a plastic one. Or maybe they're both plastic. Clean that. Here's one of those guards out of the clips that holds on the panel. This is the oddball one. I'm not sure why this is different. This one doesn't have that felt. You know, I had a magnet. A better magnet, it's gone. So I cleaned up all the bolts and these. Here's the piece that goes on the glass. Clean that up. I put one of these in with the felt on it. I wanted to see if it would hurt the felt. It doesn't seem to have hurt the felt. I'm not sure why I'm not picking up. Everything went to the bottom. Clean that. That. Clean that. This is really good for a little part. So anyway, there's a whole bunch of pieces in here. But this magnet doesn't seem to be working too great. You know, I just wanted to show that because I had put the parts in there yesterday. I'll figure out I'll try to find the other magnet. So getting back to work. So then I took all the parts out of that tumbler. I just put it in here with some soapy water. Got one of these. Clean it one more time. Soap gets off any dust or grease. That's what's nice about being out in the sun is this will dry up in no time. Or I can just leave this out in the sun. But I want to do it one more time with clean water. I got a hose spigot right there. You know, these crazy little parts, if you were to buy them, probably be $100 if you could find them. Earwig. Clean enough for me. I'll either leave them in here. It's only about 60, feels like about 65 to 70 degrees. If it was like 80, this would dry in about 10 minutes. Get some of the bigger stuff out of here. Good, now I can go do something else. Okay, I got all the parts cleaned. Had to put these in a sandblaster. It is out of an old valve cover, connecting rod. Put my bolt thread in there. Okay, I just flip them over. This will be dry in about 10 minutes. Yeah, so I sandblasted those two armrest pieces. I couldn't get them clean in the tumbler. Yeah, I just thought I'd throw this in because I was talking about this earlier. Well, here's another one I found. See the difference? And here's it goes against the window, I guess the rain guard, but that's the difference. And I think there's another one. So you got to be careful when you order these pieces. And then if you're looking up here, this is what I'm talking about. The stripes. And you also notice it only runs to here. For some reason. Right about there. Let me see the other one, see if it's different. So this one runs to here. I've seen cars where they run to here. So, I don't know. Anyway. Maybe that's an extra piece that goes right there. Oh, and the ends are different. This is rounded over. This is like that. Strange. Yeah, I guess I gotta start thinking about mirrors because they go on the door too. This is what I got when I got the car. I'm assuming since it's black, this came on the car. Here's how it should look. I assume this must be the opposite. Let's see, this would probably be passenger, probably driver. But then I got some guts I can take out of these mirrors here. I don't know if that was just cut. Yeah, somebody just cut that. So I think this only goes on the driver's door. Here's what it should look like. So I guess I have the parts. See if it works, see if I can make it work. Yeah, so I have the parts for this, which drivers, but I don't have the bracket. There's a bracket that goes, I think, on the outside of the door. But again, I don't know. Just gonna have to figure it out like everything else. Then the headlight. See, these are gold. This must have came off this car. But that's all I have. I think there's buckets that go behind there. I'm just looking around the table behind me. And here's seat tracks. I'm going to take these apart and steam clean them or pressure wash them. There's 4 of them here. Look at, here's a, I would guess that's the piece that goes on the inside of the mirror. Let's see what else I got here. Old distributor. Those are extra parts over there. Got 2 extra shifters, but I don't have that top button, so there it is on top of that shifter. I can take that one. If I want to use the smog junk, oh, I've got a jack, but I have no idea how that mounts in the trunk, or if it even goes to this car. Got an extra scoop. I think I have another one down below. Yeah, that one down on the table way down there. There's the car above. Oh, there's a doorknob. What that's doing here. See some up here. Let's see what else I got over here. I got all kinds of parts. Again, I got so many parts of this car. And I got the seats. I'm pretty sure these are the stock seats. They're black. Inside molding. It's plastic. Don't have any black armrests, if they even go on the car. There's another one of these. This goes over here. Yeah, it's a puzzle. Window trim. There's the T-top glass. There's some window trim that came with it. I haven't even opened it. There's another window. A ton of hinges came with it. Extra set of wiring if I need parts. Oh, here's that. Headlight rings. Maybe I'll save those. These are about, I don't know, 15 bucks a piece. Maybe more. And maybe these are the lights that go under in the bottom of the fender. So yeah, it's a puzzle. That's why I go so damn slow. Anybody that's interested. Then I got these miscellaneous pieces down here. Like I say, if I didn't take pictures, let's see, this goes on the fender, the bottom of the front quarter. This goes on the front end somehow. I haven't got that far. There's another hinge. Strike. It's also got a clip if I need that. There's another one. This one has the clip too. No, what are these? These aren't the door. Let's see, what are these things? Oh, mine's drawn a blank. Is that the trunk? No, that must go here. I had to cut this to open this door. It was frozen. Get the pieces, I'm gonna have to weld them back in one of these days. No, I don't know what those pieces are for. They're not the strike for the door. Oh, they're hood latch, that's what they are. And here's that other piece, here's the hood latch. It's just, I keep going in different directions. Swab mark. Like I said, this is part of the cruise control. Some kind of vacuum, I guess. Here's the old rear end. That wasn't, those were worn out. Forget about that now. There's a stock 76 manifold. See, it's a smogger. It's got this block plate in here. And it's got a hole right here. Anyway, that's time gone by. Yeah, I started looking at the mirrors. trying to figure out what the heck I got. So this says A, B, C, E, F, and H, and X models. I got a F body, but this shows the cable going down through the door. I know that's not right. Maybe that came on some trim package, but I don't know what. But over here, I'm missing this clip, whatever that is, and this washer. And it comes down and it goes through that hole in the door. I got that hole in the door. So this piece must go just like that. I don't know what this ring is for. Probably to lock the cable. So that goes there. Let me back out a little bit. So that's what I think is right. So when I back out, I don't know what that is for. If this even is the right one. Well, that doesn't show the trim. But this looks right. Anyway, but what I did notice is that there's two different mirrors, two different shapes of mirrors. If you have the remote, then you're going to have this hole in here. This one doesn't have it, so this has to be the passenger side. It's also a different size. I mean, and that's consistent. So this is the one with the hole. Now these are different too. So that means, and these are different. I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means that these are two different cars. Well, I don't know what that means. Let's see. You would think it would match this. But it's different. You would think that these two would match each other. But they're different. Let's see. This is without the mirror. So this mirror, I guess you just push it with your hand because there's no cable. So this should be exactly the same. Are these the same as each other? No, these are different size also. So I would say the side without the remote, there's no hole in there. The side without the remote is bigger. And they're held together with two screws. And then there's a screw hole here. That, going back to that picture, screws into that plate that looks like this. You know, I keep forgetting what parts I have. I have to keep looking. It's been so long. I didn't even know I had these. I'm going to use them somehow. I'm going to use these mirrors. Well, let's see. If this should be the same size. But it's not. But that doesn't mean the mirror won't fit. Well, I can, looking in here, there's a screw right there. I guess I'd take this apart. I mean, how is that mirror? How do you get that screw out of there? I guess you just put a screwdriver in through here to take this mirror out. Anyway, it's just one more puzzle. And what is this ring for? If anybody watches this video, what is that ring for? Is this the wrong plate? I don't know, put the ring this way. Doesn't clip anything. What is that for? Someone's got to hold this in. The heck if I know what it is. That doesn't do any good. That doesn't do any good. Yeah, sometimes I think about these things, then all of a sudden they make sense to me. And there's a slot in there that has to go with this slot here. Like that. I don't know. And then looking at this, it says that I had a sport mirror, left-hand remote. Doesn't say anything about a right-hand remote. It also says these are standard. It says rally wheels, but if you look over here with the special edition, you got the honeycomb wheels and gold interior appointments. I don't know what those are. Gold exterior appointments. That must be the stripes. No, gold exterior appointments. I don't know what that is. Door handle ornamentation. Door handle ornamentation. Don't know. Oh, and by the way, this piece here only goes on the driver's side. As far as I can tell. I'm looking at the book. I think this only goes on the driver's side because it won't fit on the passenger side. Again, one more thing I got to think about and figure it out. It's freaking confusing. Yeah, I kept playing with it. I figured out what this ring is for. This ring locks this piece in. If you take this ring out, like this, and it'll slide out. So that hole right there lines up with that hole right there. And this other hole, this other side of the ring doesn't really do anything. It just goes in a hole. It doesn't go into the lock. Like I say, these things are really weird. I can't find anything in there, any instruction. Or maybe I didn't read it. So, but the other thing I noticed, let me zoom out. Again, this is for anybody that's interested in mirrors. It's in the same predicament as me. This mirror yeah, this one I can see a screw. That one I can see a screw, which would be but this doesn't have a hole for a screw, but this one does. I think this piece here, let me see, what am I saying? This is the one that doesn't have the hole, doesn't have this. This one goes on. Is that possible? I think this one goes on here. There's only one screw in there. Anyway, I gotta play with it. You know, like I say, somebody stripped this car, or who knows how many people stripped it. Makes it really difficult to put together. Kind of like my construction days. You get a set of plans up deep that are like 3 feet across, and you're trying to figure out how do you build this building. I guess that's why I kind of like it. It's a pain in the ass, but I like it.